I think it's pretty safe to say that without a doubt, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is by far the most important Star Wars film there is out of the entire Skywalker saga for Disney and Lucasfilm, as it is not only 40 plus years in the making, but it's also going to be the very end of the Skywalker saga forever, and will truly determine exactly how Disney will pretty much present themselves as the end of the sequel trilogy. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is going to be taking many different risks and a lot of different challenges for these characters from start to finish of this movie, and by far, I think it's pretty safe to say here that one of the big exciting elements of this movie is not just the return of Palpatine, but also the return of Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, portrayed by Mark Hamill. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the big plans that is actually a very bad decision in my point of view, has all to do with Mark Hamill's portrayal as the character of Luke Skywalker. Now, specifically, it's explained that during the rewrites and reshoots of the film is when many adjustments were made to the second and third acts of the movie, where it said that many sequences in those acts were shifted around, deleted, and or changed, that involved the scenes for Luke Skywalker portrayed by Mark Hamill. It's explained that all of the scenes that involve actor Mark Hamill and how he improvised his own lines of dialogue have been cut from the finalized version of the movie. It's explained that originally Mark Hamill was given permission to act out his own scenes as the Jedi Master, creating his own lines of dialogue. However, due to the changes of the script and the lack of interest in Hamill's work as the Jedi Master's lines, those scenes were ultimately cut and reshot with dialogue written by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio under Lucasfilm and Disney's supervision. It's explained that the majority of the scenes involved Luke as a Force ghost and in flashbacks that allowed Hamill to create his own lines of dialogue that would show Hamill's view of the character that he was not able to express in The Last Jedi. So, let me just say this right off the bat, right here, right now. I feel like that this is just a really bad decision by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is a huge disrespect to actor Mark Hamill, in my point of view. I think that this is a very terrible decision by Disney and Lucasfilm to really do such a move like this. You guys may have heard of this 6 months, 7 months ago, that they were allowing a lot of improv in the movie, a lot of improvised dialogue, essentially meaning that they can make their own lines of dialogue on set and create their own scenes. Now, Mark Hamill has repeatedly expressed, his different views of how Luke was in The Last Jedi in comparison to Rian Johnson's vision, and that also in The Rise of Skywalker, Mark Hamill was very happy the fact that he would be coming back as Luke once again, and that not only that, JJ was allowing, a lot of the actors on set, including Mark Hamill, to really improvise their dialogue. So to me, this really is a disrespectful thing to Mark Hamill by Disney/Lucasfilm to not allow at least one of these scenes to make the final cut of the movie, where Mark Hamill was able to express his own version of Luke Skywalker again. If you guys have ever seen the interviews of Mark Hamill on the red carpet some months ago, and even during the premiere of The Last Jedi, even Mark Hamill expressed, his concern about Luke and how he would have done things so differently in The Force Awakens as well. So Mark Hamill, to me, I will say this right now, in my point of view, is a great, visionary. I mean, he could really be a writer if he wanted to be for a Star Wars film, at least for the character of Luke. Without a doubt. I mean, I think that this guy is great. I think he's very talented. I mean, he's the voice of the Joker, after all. He's also, Jedi Master Luke in the sequel trilogy, and in the original trilogy, we have him just as Luke Skywalker. So, this is a very well-known part of the Star Wars franchise, the character of Luke overall. And to have Disney and Lucasfilm shift those scenes and put them on the cutting room floor, and for Mark Hamill to never actually see those scenes on the big screen, I'm sorry to say, but it really is a big disrespect to Mark Hamill. That's really what I gotta say here. And then, when you look at Episode 9, it really is a very crucial movie for Disney and Lucasfilm, and I always hope for the best when it comes to a Star Wars movie that's actually up and coming, right? I'm a Star Wars fan at heart. I love Star Wars, but I will say if there are directions that I don't like, I'm gonna actually acknowledge those, directions that I dislike. Just like how I had a lot of problems with The Last Jedi, I pointed out all the issues in my spoilers review, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. So like 2 years ago, give or take. But Mark Hamill, let me say, I love the guy. He's a great actor. He's a great person. I just feel that he deserves a chance to express himself in these Star Wars movies in some way, shape, or form. Even George Lucas, in case you guys did not know, allowed Mark Hamill to really improvise some dialogue in the original trilogy, and that really kind of just, it really speaks volumes. It really told us that George cared for Mark Hamill and for Star Wars in general. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.